bowling in Olathe Lanes East. I qualified as the 1 seed, which means this match is going to be for $1,000 to win. It is $350 for fourth. The top 4 bowlers are going to meet up and bowl 1 game for $1,000. And qualifying first would mean so I didn't really bowl that well today. I bowled very consistent. All of my games were right around the 210 to 230 range with a lot of high 220s and a lot of low 230 games. So I bowled really consistent throughout the day, which was the game plan. Just hit the pocket, don't worry about striking, and try and make small moves here and there. So hopefully I can stick with that game plan the rest of the way here, and hopefully it takes me home to win. All right, so today I'm going to bring you guys through as I kind of watch. Here we have the semifinals. You see Spencer there. He actually ends up after a messenger 7. He ends up making it through to the finals actually fairly easily. And then he's joined by JJ, who is kind of a newish bowler. And you see Dylan Burns here. JJ, so all 3 of us are scratch, me, Dylan, and Spencer Robarge. However, JJ has 25 pins of handicap. This is a handicap tournament, and being a newer bowler, he's bowling pretty well, and this is one of the first times that he's actually bowling well and making it throughout to the finals. So congrats to JJ just on making it to the finals. Dylan crushed it all day. I crushed it like I talked about all day. Not really having any huge games, but absolutely no games under like 218 or 217, I believe. So I'm going to take you through kind of what happens in the finals and what I'm seeing out there and the adjustments that I'm making. So you see, obviously, I'm throwing urethane. This is a 30, or this is I believe this is a 41 foot, but it's a low volume pattern on a house that hooks a lot. You see me wrap 7 there. I'm playing very deep with a black hammer urethane. So not a urethane ball that hooks a lot. It's a harder urethane ball, as the big topic of discussion in nowadays game is soft or hard. But yeah, I mean, it starts off pretty good. I go strike on a kind of a little bit of an off hit, and then I wrap a 7 pin. And then you see me here, I slow it. Another like off hit again where it hits really flat, but not quite as flat as Spencer's 5 pin. So yeah, you see JJ's max score is, and that's why I described, he is a handicap bowler. He's getting 25 pins, so his max score is going to be a little different than ours. If you're trying to calculate it at home. Spencer here. And Dylan had a really good look all day, and on this pair, you'll see from this shot right here, this pair, he had a little bit of like wiggle down lane that he just hadn't been seeing all day. And that's one of the things that I noticed throughout the tournament. It got harder for the righties. Like, it started off okay, and then the transition just kind of caught up to him where it got a little harder. Where my look stayed about the same. It was just a matter of, do I hit a pair that I'm going to carry really well, or can I figure the lanes out soon enough? And with having practice shots, I definitely thought I did figure the lanes out soon enough, because I got a couple practice shots. I saw that the right lane was hooking not quite as much as the left, but still both of the lanes were hooking more than the previous pairs that I'd been on. So Spencer and I are doing about the same thing. He obviously throws it much, much harder than myself. I've been throwing some pretty good shots. Another good one there, just maybe a touch to the left. And you see it flat 7, which was kind of the hit all day for me. If I got it to the left and it wasn't slow enough, I'd flat 7. But with how much they were hooking today, I couldn't really throw it. With how much they were hooking and how I needed my ball to carry, I needed to play deep, but I couldn't throw it hard, where Spencer tried to play a little further left than me, throw a little straighter, and really throw it hard. And even though both of us were doing a little bit different things, same ball, same kind of part of the lane, but our carry was a little different pair to pair. Spencer seemed on a couple pairs to run into a little trouble, and I obviously more consistent, not quite as many highs and lows. Like Spencer had a couple 260 games. He also had a couple 170 games, where I was just more cruising right along the middle. So JJ, super cool to see. I always love seeing guys who get a little bit of handicap bowl really well in these tournaments. Keeps him wanting to come back, and keeps them wanting to improve their game a little bit and continue to bowl well. So you see JJ still leader of the pack. Spencer's got 248 left. I have 259 left, I believe, so I'm up 11 on Spencer. Dylan's kind of fallen apart a little bit recently. Dylan's kind of just fallen apart recently in in the recent frames where he's got a little bit of that carry down, tried to make it hook, and then it did hook. So yeah, he's fallen out of it with everybody striking as much as they did. See JJ get like a little bit of a friendly hit there, but I mean it's part of the game. It's what happens in tournaments. Sometimes it's a little lucky. Sometimes it's about creating great ball motion. And in my mind, usually it's a little of both. Spencer keeping the pressure on. He's still got 248 left, which means I need to keep striking because I'm only up by 10, which means if I miss, I got 230 left. So really slow. I mean, I'm keeping it super in front of me. You guys can see, especially on the left lane, you can see the angle. Especially on the left lane, you can see that angle where I am like keeping it so far in front of me, where you can just tell that it's not really going to carry every shot. I'm not going to shoot 279 and average 279 because from that angle, the way my ball is going through the pins, it's more of a, please strike rather than it is like, this one's absolutely going to strike. Pretty good shot there again. And I think the lane's just finally caught up to me. Spencer and I bowling on the same lane, him throwing a little bit of surface, me throwing a little bit of surface on my ball before we stepped up there. Both of that just equated to a little more hook. I didn't think that was that bad of a shot. If anything, I thought the shot on the left lane was worse than that shot. So now JJ needs a spare and just a couple pins to win. So he needs a spare here and then to keep it on the lane to win. So didn't leave himself the easiest spare. And then he almost misses this. Really hits super heavy on the 2. Yeah, as you see, the 5 pin just slide to the right. And I think that's one of the hardest spares. Just not my best shot there, to be honest. I got now 227 left, which means I need a spare and then a strike to lock Spencer into only being able to tie me for second, which is like a $200 spread because I think it was 900 for first, 700 for second, and then 500 for third, and then 350 for fourth. So it was like a $600 game that we were bowling. Another just 7-9 crumbler for a strike, and then Spencer needs all of the strikes. And you see he got the double in the 10th, and then on that one he just got an unlucky break and 10 pin, kind of some of the hits that we've been getting all day. So I locked up the 2 seed. I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video, for tuning in, watching me bowl the final match of a tournament for $600, where I actually ended up losing $200 since I qualified as the 1 seed. If the tournament ended right there, I would have had $900 in my pocket instead. I ended up finishing second, overall taking home $700 plus some side action. And thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, we will be resuming our bowling ball tournament. You can catch us 2 days from now with the Radioactive Vibe versus the Deviate Hellcat Accelerate, resuming our solid bracket of the bowling ball tournament. So stay tuned. Click that subscribe button down below. And as always, we are giving away a bowling pin signed by the top 8 bowlers in the world once we hit 10,000 subscribers. So click that subscribe button down below. Follow along, and you can catch us bowling the bowling ball tournament 2 days from now. Peace!